down can be swirling, can be very, very tricky. And yeah, we saw a bit of a misjudgment. That ball floated.
Troy feeding the line out now. Nice clean out run there, but untidy now. Coe into the back line. Inside pass now into the left winger. A big hit there by the inside centre. It is Liam Cadwell playing outside. Oh, Korea really increasing the pace now of this game. It is South Korea now playing out wide. They're really playing with some great tempo.
Yeah,
patience.
Very nippy, the South Korean back line. Very nippy.
Out it comes wide now. The big boys are running with it. He takes it up nice and steady. Quick loose ruck now. Strommel for Rugby looking to play Coe. It seems like the UAE might have hands and it does come out now. It's Coe the fly-off. Injured play on the field. Inside step now. Hard running there by the South Koreans.
That was a nifty half step to the right. And right through that very, very, very narrow gap.
Now with the big men once again. They're showing a lot of patience here, South Korea. United Arab Emirates will have to be very disciplined on defense now. Once again, taken in there by number 3, prop 1. They're looking to recycle this one quickly. 1 taking it up there. It's Coe now, the fly-off. Ardy plays. This is where they're dangerous now. There's space on the outside. It's overlap. It's try time, South Korea. And it's Yoongun Lee, the number 11, running in a very, very comfortable try.
Look at their technique of manipulating space. In and out. But wow, the formation of the back line, it wasn't deep. It was kind of half step. Very French style of rugby. They got that man into space over the try line.
You know, you called it earlier, the captain, number 12, Yoon Lee. He has, honestly, he's been phenomenal in this first 7 minutes of this game. How he's just directing that back line.
Absolutely. A pleasing sight tonight is the support from the UAE rugby community. Both sides of stand number 1 field. Crowd still coming in.
As you mentioned there, a good crowd in this evening. But so far, as you say, it's been South Korea that have really, for the last 3 minutes, dominated play, showing great, great patience now. And of course, it is number 23, Sung Young Ko, looking to see if he can add the extra 2 points.
It's wonderful advertisement for Asian rugby.
Is this one curling in? It is curling in. It's over.
What?
A fantastic kick there, really using the conditions to perfection. And he's added the 2 points.
What a bander of a kick. He aimed for that right-hand post. Let the breeze do the rest. It went against the wind, though.
And just to confirm, it is the Iceman, Isekaya Dranibota. They've lost him early. The man from the Tigers, the big number 4. He is sitting on the sidelines, unfortunately, for the UAE. Fly off. Jamie Gavin looking to restart this one. Where does he go? Once again, he's gone quite deep. Calling in there by South Korea. And South Korea made a big mistake. Can the UAE bounce on this one? UAE have gathered that from the quick off. It's Simple now. Simple playing it into the Fijian Rekka. Off he goes, the Fijian Rekka. Hard running there by the UAE. Simple now. Playing out to Gavin. The ball's gone wide. What can they create there? It's Kennedy. Playing it out wide. Sia. Great running there by the wing of the UAE. Simple now, showing patience. Jamie Gavin.
Patience indeed.
Off he plays, Johan Boerdes. He gets put back in his tracks there. Boerdes will have to recycle that one. The UAE looking to go forward. And a very interesting kick there by Simple. Very, very smart. It's a harsh bounce. Can the UAE get on it? They're on it. It's Simple that's collecting his own kick. He needs support now. Can they play blind? Another little grubber through there. He's trying it one more time. Maybe one time too many. It's advantage UAE. Simple now. He's calming things down.
That was
looking to bring the big men in there. That looks like Peter Killian carrying it up there, the big South African-born prop. He's got support. Simple once again to the Fijian Rekka. Off he goes now. That's the big number 6 for Ipeli. Carried up there once again, Jean Botas. Good running there by the number 8. UAE keeping this tight now. They have to get a bit of momentum. Breaky blind there, Botas now. Ipeli. Can he find his man, Ipeli? It's UAE still on the outside, running hard.
Just a bit short of the line.
Simple once again, calming down things. And that looks like a penalty to the UAE. It's a quick tap by Simple. He's in. He's in. What a great try there by Andrew Simple. Oh, my word. I tell you what, he started that maneuver when he put that little kick into space. It is the scrum of Harlequins. Of course, he hails from the capital, Abu Dhabi, Andrew Simple, an Irish lad, school teacher up in Abu Dhabi. And I tell you what, that was a very educated kick by him a bit early on.
Indeed. Always looking up always looking up, you know, that cup, center, up and post. You could see him kind of eyeing his outside, saw the bit of a gap, tapped and went. And it wasn't just a free run onto the scoring zone. He went through 2 tacklers.
Yeah, as you say, gutsy little fella is this man, Andrew Semple. He must weigh about 78 kilograms, but I tell you what, he put every kilo into effect there as he dived for the line. Quick thinking. A lot of people were questioning him on the side of the field, but ultimately a great decision. South Korea leaded the UAE 10 points to 8. I tell you what, the first 10 minutes of this game has been absolutely action-packed, and the big question now is, can the Dragons fly of Jamie Gavin add the extra 2 points? We know that he does have a big boot. This is well within his distance. It's Gavin now as he approaches this one. Lovely strike by Gavin. It's heading all the way, and it's over! Adding the extra 2 points. It's 10-all here at the 7th Stadium in Dubai. And I'll tell you what, folks, so far it's been an absolute humdinger. It's been action-packed for these first 11 minutes.
Sakius and Isao had a bit of a running repair there. He's back into the fold. Always good to see big man run, take it up, barnstorming play, and at the same time, very high tempo.
Yeah, you've mentioned Apili. He's been absolutely instrumental in those first few minutes, and it looks like there's a bit of a flat ball there. I tell you what, the referee doesn't have a bad left boot on him either. And as you mentioned, the rugby community, fantastic to see the ball girls and boys from the Exiles helping out here this evening at the 7th Stadium in Dubai.
There's a wonderful atmosphere here. It's good to see the youngsters. I last saw South Korea on this ground against the All Arabian Golf Union, but is that a penalty again?
That is indeed, and it's a penalty to the UAE. It seemed like a high tackle there on Ipeli, and as you mentioned, he has been instrumental. Of course, he is a man that applies his trade at the Tigers. He runs the rugby program at Dubai College. Is the big number 6 Ipeli, David Wailu. You might have to help me with that pronunciation there, Manu. I'm not too sure if I'm getting that last name right of his.
Yeah, that's Ipeli for you. Ipeli David Tawalu from Nandronga, the home of rugby in Fiji. He actually played a very good provincial rugby and then moved on to the age group teams before he came over.
You've just mentioned it there, the hooker of the UAE, David Gurn, to feed this ball in. Of course, he'll be hoping this game goes very, very quickly. He's a father-to-be, and he could be expecting his newborn anytime soon. It is the Liverpoolian to feed this line out for the UAE now. He goes long. It's Botus at the back that can't take it. Appealing once again, Gavin, and it seems like it is skew. Not the start that Gurn really wanted for his first line out of the evening, and it is a scrum to the South Koreans.
It'll be interesting to see the both packs tighten things up. Expect a lot of work in the front row, and if the ball comes Korean way, as I've said earlier, they got 3 very fast loose forwards, And yeah, we have the might, we have the size, and we have the speed to the breakdown that can be nullified.
Interesting to see this side of the scrum. Of course, it is Rian Barnard taking on Taiwo Kim. Taiwo Kim, he was monstrous in last week's game against Malaysia. And I tell you what, the tight head prop is going to have a long day at the office against the loose head here of South Korea. The number 9 there for South Korea, Min Jun Kang, is not quite happy with the situation. They've called for the reset once again. And as you mentioned earlier, I'm sure the South Koreans will go to their back line. Everything seems to happen between Lee, the captain, and Jung Ho Moon, the number 13 center. There'll surely be some interplay by them as they put these extremely quick wingers of theirs. Yugun Lee, already he's got 1 try for this evening, and they'll be looking to bring him right back into the play.
I can imagine the whole physics and formation of the scrum, Lots of might put into that.
I tell you what, Manu, that's one place on this evening I don't want to be is in that front row. 35 degrees here in Dubai this evening. It's a nice solid scrum there by South Korea. And as I mentioned, once again, the wraparound stays. It gets taken up there by Ko, the number 10. They're once again gone to the big men now. Carried up well there by South Korea. Ball. And it seems like Matt Mills onto that one for the UAE, and a penalty for the UAE. I tell you what, the UAE have been fantastic at breakdown time in the first 15 minutes of this encounter, and it is their captain, Matt Mills, leading by example.
Matt has played with Ipeli, and amazing the way they teamed up there. Playing in pods, playing in pairs, always looking for the loose ball.
Yeah, Matt Mills, the 33-year-old, one of the senior players in the squad, and as you say, definitely making his presence felt. It's Gavin now, a lovely touch finder there by the number 10, and as I say, a very educated boot by Jamie Gavin. He kicks it an absolute mile, is the number 10.
Making good use of that breeze across from the end of that scarf holding pavilion.
Well, David Gurn, the Exiles hooker, will be looking for a better result in this line-out. Once again, he lines them up. Where do they go this time? It seems like Mills. Oh, he's finally got that one. Ipele now, the big number 6 breaking away there. They've stopped him early. No, they haven't stopped him. You don't just stop the Fijian wrecking ball. Unfortunately, he's lost that forward. Once again, yeah, the referee has called it forward. I tell you what, Ipele has been instrumental in these tight exchanges, hasn't he, Manu?
Just 15 minutes. He's carried a few times. He's always there in the mix. It's a wonderful team play forwards, and it's a wonderful combination flowing through the UAE back line. At the same time, our South Korean opposition, they've stood up to it. You know, it's even Stevens, 16 minutes at 10-10.
You see the power of Appealia there. And I'll tell you what, there's one thing I don't want to see is his food bill every month. My word, it must take a lot to keep that man fed. He's an absolute powerhouse. And he showed it in the first 16 minutes of this encounter against South Korea. It is South Korea scrum. Once again, it is the number 9, Kang, Minjun Kang. And they seem to be taking a bit of time to settle in this scrum. I guess the front rows are feeling each other out, as they normally do.
They are. There's a lot of play going on, eh? You've heard about the dark arts. The dark arts can be all the little angling, all the little, you know, if it's not a quick bind, there's some other physics of scrum time signs going on, eh?
Nothing I would know anything about, Manu, but I'll take your word for it. It's Min Jun Kang Na, the number 9 for South Korea, to feed the scrum. On this side of the scrum, you can see it is Rian Barnard taking on Taiwu Kim. A lovely solid scrum there, taken out there, co-educated boot now. A lot of work to do here for the number 11. It is Thomas Oakley, and it's Connor Keeley now. Lovely left boot there by the fullback of the UAE. It is Connor Kennedy, should I rather say. Of course, he hails from Zimbabwe, had a trial with the Zimbabwean 17, but then, of course, decided to come back to the UAE and apply his trade. Very interesting. A former gymnast champion at youth level is Connor Kennedy. Multi-talented fullback he is. Fed here by the South Koreans. They go back. Lovely lineup ball there. Ko playing onto Ko. Big running there by the Koreans, and that is very dangerous. He's broken right through the middle there. Can they stop him? He's gone all the way. A desperate tackle there by the UAE. The Koreans on it. They're just going to go wide, yeah. It's a bit of a wide pass, but ultimately they canter in. It's a walk-in try there for South Korea, and ultimately the UAE will be questioning their defense there, letting the Korean man run a bit too far with that one.
Legs pumping, that yardage gained and momentum. I thought he was going to go over the line. They quickly recycled that. Speed of pass, lots of patience, teamwork, try.
I tell you what, Manu, walking around this pitch before this, you see that once again there. It is Ipele that is basically butt off there. And then you see Cardwell, 2 slip tackles. Once again, sits strong running there by the Korean. It is the lock forward for Korea. What speed has he got on, and ultimately playing it out wide there, and a very, very comfortable try for the number 15 this afternoon. It is Yugon Bag. And as I said, even you could have scored that try, Manu. Just an easy canter in for him, wasn't it?
I was a tight head prop at school in the 1970s.
Even you could have scored that try, Manu.
That was Hyun-Ju Lee who pumped his way through. Number 4, solid, build as a brick.
Yeah, I tell you what, you don't just hand off the Fijian wrecking ball, which is Ipele, and ultimately, as you said, the number 4 lock there, Yugun Lee, really, really showing his strength, his determination, and yeah, there's a couple of your fans in the crowd there, Manu.
So good to see the great support, not only from Dubai, but from Al Ain and Abu Dhabi, and I think the odd one from Russell came in Sharjah. But it's so good. Yeah, it's a Sunday evening, but our rugby community is out here to be entertained, and entertained they are.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it's all about community here in the United Arab Emirates, and it's all the Emirates that are joining forces tonight to support the national team. It is the honor of the UAE, is the rugby team, and ultimately we're all so proud of them getting back into the Asian Championship. Because it's so hot in Dubai, you will see that they have called for a water break, and I tell you what, it's very, very well deserved. Conditions firm underfoot. It's about 35 degrees Celsius, and I believe the humidity must be over 50% this evening, so a big adjustment for the players.
Indeed. Kudos to Asian Rugby, officials, management, and all the sponsors for supporting Asian Rugby. Perhaps Japan is always the big tiger in the field, but we have Hong Kong, China, we have Malaysia, we have South Korea, we have United Arab Emirates, and we have the other nations like Thailand coming up, and the Philippines. And it's a wonderful mix, it's a wonderful competition. May Asian Rugby strive forward.
You just mentioned that. It's just great to see the UAE back in the top tier, and you just mentioned playing against those other three teams. Of course, next week, right here at the 7 Stadium in the UAE, they will be playing Malaysia. That happens on the 21st of, or 22nd, should I rather say, of June. Yeah, at the 7 Stadium. Such a wonderful venue, the 7 Stadium. Of course, they did host the 2009 Sevens World Cup, and the Sevens that happens here in Dubai every December is ultimately rated as one of the best sevens in the world. So it is a venue that hosts big events, and tonight it's hosting another big event. Of course, it's the UAE taking on South Korea. It is 15-10 to South Korea as Gavin looks to get us started once again. The UAE number 10 kicks it nice and deep, a nice height on that one. The Koreans underneath that coming through. They haven't been too successful on the kickoff. It is Gurnar that has secured that for the UAE. Simple will play it short now. Epele looking to make yards once again. He stopped in his tracks there. They know how dangerous he is. Simple once again, patient. Kicked it over the top. This could be interesting now. Chased by Oakley. Does it bounce right for Oakley? Unfortunately, just a bit too far, but I tell you what, Andrew Semple, he's finding space behind the South Korean defense, and it was Tobias Oakley, the Hurricanes winger, chasing that one. Unfortunately, just a little bit too deep for him, but South Korea have been struggling with the kickoffs.
Yeah, great anticipation. He saw that line coming up, you know, plonked that ball almost on a penny, but the bouncing ball kept rolling.
And of course, this will now be a scrum to South Korea.
This should be about scrum number 4 or 5.
Yeah, there's been a couple of scrums here in the first 20 minutes of this encounter. Quite evenly matched at scrum time. Two very, very heavy packs here, both over about 900 kilograms weighing here this evening. And it is the number 9, Min Chun Kong, to feed this one. Will be interesting to see what fly half of South Korea Soo Young Ko does. Will he run it? Will he use his backline, or does he use that effective boot of his? And what I can tell you is, once again, he's gone for the kick over Tobias Oakley. It is Kennedy, beautifully positioned now. He decided to take that out of his 22. It is the Gary Owen there by Connor Kennedy. He chases that one hard. Oh, and once again, they've dropped it. It's picked up by Pele now. Oh, and the referee has noted offside.
Yeah, unlucky. The rules of the game from kicks off now, you got to wait. You got to get out of that 10. You got to wait for a player to put you on side. I thought it barely was through, but great anticipation. Unfortunately, judged offside.
I tell you what, a great up and under there by Connor Kennedy, on the money, should I say. And I tell you what, my money would have been on Pele making the try line there. There was no ways you would stop this Fijian flyer. It is a lovely touch finder there by the number 23, Soo Young Ko of South Korea. And once again, a fantastic opportunity for South Korea. They are playing with the wind this first half. That is helping them. And of course, it is Hu Yong Choi to feed this line out.
It's wonderful officiating by our team from the Hong Kong, China Rugby. Great communication, referee with his ARs.
Oh, Choi didn't get that one in straight, and he's a free kick to the UAE. Bit of a get out of jail card. Simple looking to take that one quick, but Matt Mills has said, calm down, boy. And he's given that to the very educated book of boot, should I rather say, of Jamie Gavin. Of course, the born Irishman. He teaches at Safa Community just down the road here. I tell you what, there's a lot of teachers in this UAE squad, and finds a lovely touch finder there by Gavin, the number 10. this evening for the United Arab Emirates.
He's probably got a GAA background, eh? Left and right, good kicker.
You've mentioned that now. It is Choi now. Let's see if he can find his line-out jumpers. This wind playing a little bit of havoc here this evening. It's an early jump there. Once again, a bit of a miss. Oh, he has really been struggling, is the number 2, Ho Young Choi, with a line-out. So this is the second line-out that has not gone the way of South Korea. The UAE will be happy with that decision, as the referee does award the scrum to the UAE.
I'm looking at the flag's ground side. A change. Earlier it was blowing across. Now the swirl of the wind seems to come from the cricket pitch end now.
Of course, we see McKee at number 8 now. Johan Boertes has slotted in at lock forward. McKee, in his youth, playing with Matt Mills at Northampton, should I rather say, in the UK. He's, of course, going down at number 8 now, is McKee. It's a free kick for the UAE. It's a quick tap there by Simple. Now it's Gavin. Gavin plays it out to Cardwell there. The short ball. It's Cardwell on the wrap. In comes Connor Kennedy. Out wide to Tobias Oakley and tackled into touch. Not much meters gained there by the UAE. Running a little bit lateral. They won't be too happy with that. And as you can see, a fantastic crowd in here this evening at the Seven Stadium.
It's always good to let the opposition know that they can spin that ball. Yes, as you said, though not much yardage gained, at least it keeps the opposition guessing. There was Naisua who kind of ran the dummy.
Once again, can Choi get his line out right? He finds his jumper this time round, and there the Koreans come. This is where they're very dangerous, but pulled down early there by Cardwell. Big hit by the number 12 centre. It is Ko. He kicks for the far touchline now. It's over the head of... They let that one bounce, and the UAE are dangerously playing with this one. It is a hoof ahead there by number 14, Sia Nassau. Oh, and a wonderful kick there by Sia Nassau. I don't think he was expecting that one. Wonderful execution there by the number 14. I thought he was in trouble at one stage, but recovered fantastically. He's quite the Maverick, they call him. They call him the Maverick, actually, and he's got a fantastic style of playing. Great speed, and the exceptional sevens player is the number 14.
He comes from Bar, the football center of Fiji. He also has a soccer background. You can see that bit of a curl in the kick, eh?
Well, I tell you what, off they go is South Korea once again. Played there short. It's Ko. Ko will play it out wide. Now they got the overlap match, and Cardwell will have to shift. He does so. It's a missed tackle there by Sia. South Korea now running at the UAE defense. It's hold up there. Is it Barnard underneath him? Eventually has to release, says the referee. Ko the scrum off. In he goes now, playing it out wide. South Korea, the big men in the middle of the line out, and this is what they do so well. The wrap around now. There's overlap. There's space here. Breaks inside. UAE needed big defense needed there. It's the captain, Matt Mills. He's been inspirational this evening. High work rate by the flanker.
That swerve in committed another 2 defenders. Otherwise, they could have scored in the corner, but well read by the UAE defense.
That's Taiwo Kim now for South Korea as he takes it on. Korea organizing their troops. They'll keep it short once again. They're so patient, the South Korean team. And once again, great momentum. Now they're coming to the blind side here. Ko, it's quick hands. Oh. It must make tackle. He slips out of it. It's Simple now. Absolutely no regard. Korea once again showing great patience, not rushing anything. They'll bring their big man in now. Carried up there by the big lock forward. Oh, what a little handy slip inside pass there. Ko now, once again, taking it up. It's the hooker, Choi. Looking for quick ball now. Oh, and has he knocked it on? It's into the UAE hands. Can they break here? That's Cardwell. Oh. Cardwell will run it. Can he go all the way? Cardwell's only got 50 meters to go. It's Cardwell all the way. Oh, he's unfortunately been put down short there. Cardwell running out of steam. The UAE needs support. It's the advantage to South Korea. He kicks ahead. And here's trouble. Jean Boertes will have to create a miracle. He's let that one bounce. He's in trouble now. He needs support. The UAE need to get back. Conditions are tough here. The UAE seem to have secured that ball.
That was very good, John. Momentarily, he kind of waited for his support.
South Korea, they'll canter in here now. An easy try. It is the captain Lee that has scored it, and a very unfortunate situation for the UAE. Just not enough players back there, Manu, and ultimately there's a couple of boys blowing very, very heavy here in very difficult conditions. You see that Caldwell, the number 12 centre, he had about 45 meters to go, didn't back himself, gets pulled down there, and unfortunately, as he places that, just not enough people at the loose ruck. Fantastic counter-rucking there by the South Koreans. They then collected it. It's hoofed ahead, and there just was nobody back for the UAE. And you see that as we see the last few minutes of that try, it is the number 15 that ran in quite comfortably, Yungun Bag.
That ball is so slippery, unlucky. It kind of flew out of that wonderful support player, and that quick counter-attack and a pump of a kick. That bounce wasn't kind for us. They recycle it right to the left-hand flank. Space and numbers, try time.
Yeah, very unfortunate there for the UAE. Liam Cardwell had about 45 meters to go, the inside center. Great interception there by him, but unfortunately no cover for the UAE at the back. And that's what the South Koreans do. They pounce on any mistake that you make and they punish you, and that's exactly what they did to the UAE there. Conversion to come now. Can you add the 3 points? It's just shifted to the left-hand upright. There's 29 minutes played in the first half here at the 7th Stadium in Dubai. It is South Korea 20, the UAE 10. But I tell you what, it's been quite an even match so far, hasn't it?
It has been. Just the slight bounce, you know, a bit of a lost ball in hand, and all of a sudden play goes downfield. But they're kicking very, very intelligently.
Talking about kicking intelligently, it's a man with a big boot. It's Jamie Gavin to get us started. The Dragons fly off. South Korea have actually been struggling under the kickoffs this evening. What do they do with this one? And once again, he's actually secured it this time. Great securing there by South Korea. They've played that out wide in the pocket now. I tell you what, he's banged it all day long. And once again, it is Jean Boertes that struggles with his positional play. That's the second time it's gone over him this evening. And ultimately, the number 23 of South Korea, it is Sung Young Ko with that big, big boot. He's really, really targeted this left-hand touchline, and every time has gained a lot of meters for his team.
I tell you what, that kicker has got it all. I kind of see a bit of Michael Liner, the spiral kick. Not too high, but gaining distance and very pinpoint.
David Gernot to feed this line out for the UAE. We've got John Boertes and Matt Mills in there as well. It's Mills at the front now, well secured there by the number 7. Semple now. It's the up and under now. Chased by Oakley. Korea underneath it. Oh, he's dropped it. A lovely kick there by Semple. And I tell you what, Andrew Semple in this first half has really been outstanding. Has been the number 9 scrum off. He's really dictated things. Of course, he's a school teacher up in Abu Dhabi, Irish lad, and he really, really has controlled things from the back of the scrum.
Wonderful support by the ball boys. It is, yes, Asian Championship Rugby, but very, very community-based. And I tell you what, if we are to play in Seoul, we'll get the same support. The wonderful event management and all the little boys and girls supporting rugby, representing their clubs, they'll be there, exactly as how our youngsters are supporting rugby today.
It's Semple now. So far, the UAE scrum. And once again, the referee has penalized there. I think it's a tight head prop of North Korea, Jung Hong Wan, that wasn't steady. Choi having a conversation. Referee doesn't want to hear anything about it. He says, go back, Mr. Choi. You weren't abiding by the rules.
I like the way the game has flowed. There's a lot of continuity. And then the set pieces are well judged and looked after.
Oh, Jamie Gavin there with the banana kick. Of course, naturally a right-footed kicker, kicking towards the right touchline, and he's used the banana kick and quite effectively. You can see there by the linesman's flag, there's quite a wind blowing here in Dubai this evening. Not normally used to such windy conditions, but ultimately both teams have adjusted very, very well. Matt Mills, he's been inspirational in the lineouts this evening, and the big question is, do they once again go to the captain? He's led by example. He's had a fantastic game in the first half. He's the PE teacher, Matt Mills. It's the 19-year-old lock forward now. Has that ball gone forward? Referee says no. Epele has taken it in. It's on the South Korean side now. Playing deep once again. Same tactic over the top now. Oakley underneath this one. He's got time. It's Connor Kennedy now. He loves a Gary Owen. He's gone high and deep now. Oakley chasing that one. Korea underneath this one. It's Ko. Ko taking it now. He's going to bring his backs into play now. Some space there by the fullback. He's taken down by the UAE. UAE need to get their defense line sorted. And all of a sudden, a penalty to the UAE. Diving over the loose ruck there.
I thought so. He went off his feet and the support just virtually covered that.
Fantastic defense there by the UAE. And I've got to compliment the UAE. I think at ruck time, they really have been the better of the two teams. You see that once again. It's a very, very exciting fullback is the South Koreans' number 15. It is Baig. And you can just see once again, you cannot do that going off your feet and basically sealing it. You're not allowed to seal it. You've got to give the opposition time to play. And it is Jamie Gavin that we're looking to add the extra 3 points here for the UAE. This is well within the fly-off's reach.
Carl, I tell you what, I salute the big man, the forward pack, say. They've been on the go since the kickoff. We're hitting 33rd minute. But wow, what a first half so far. And both packs taking it up, supporting the play, and any sniff of a loose ball, there it goes to the outside backs.
It is Jamie Gavin. Nice strikes that one. Nice, smooth strike. And over she goes. Never, ever in question. Keeping the scoreboard ticking is the UAE's number 10, the Dragons fly, Jamie Gavin. And I tell you what, his pupils down at Safa Community will be applauding their teacher with that educated right boot this evening. It's 20 points to 13. There's just over 34 minutes played at this fixture at the 7 Stadium in Dubai. And it is the South Korean fullback. It is number 15, Yugun Bang, that actually gave away that penalty. He's here to restart us. He hangs that one nice and high. He's kicked out to the open side. It is Jean Bourdes that's under that one. And he's dropped it backwards. Very sloppy by Bourdes. It's Semple to the rescue. That ball bounces in there and just finds the touchline. Jean Bourdes, the South African-born number 8. He's now playing at lock. Will not be happy with that. Normally he's got very, very high standards. Is the man, of course, played in Wales before he came out to the United Arab Emirates. He's a quantity surveyor in daytime and a rugby player at nighttime. He's Jean Bourdes. It's South Korea to feed the line out. It's a department that they've been struggling with. Once again, not a clean line out for the South Koreans, but they win that one. It's Kona playing on to Lee, the first centre. Hard running there by the back line. Ko once again. Spun out wide. Fantastic break there by the number 13 of South Korea. Too much space. Over he goes. A wonderful try there by Jung Ho Moon. And not the best defense from the UAE. But once again, when South Korea put their backline into play, they do create magic. And fantastic feet and speed there by the number 13, Yu Hong Moon.
That first receiver held only to, those extra seconds. Gave his outside, the chance to look up the defensive line. Sighted a gap, not much of it, but, running into that space, kind of got the rest of the defenders, the UE defenders in 6s and 7s, and shifted it right to the try line.
Yeah, as you mentioned there, the South Koreans do really shift the ball well, and I've been very, very impressed with both those centres this evening. The captain, Lee, wearing the number 12 jersey, and then the try scorer there, Moon, in the number 13 jersey. They got some fantastic interplay. They do understand each other well. And I tell you what, Moon has got gas in his tank. He just quickly rounded the last defender there and quite comfortably got over for the try. But I guess if you're Jacques Bernardi now, you've got to be questioning the defense lines of your team.
Plus that the South Korean backline don't stand too deep. It's all that half step. So they have time to really shift it to left or right. Conversion over.
Converted there. It's 22 points to 13.
into the last few minutes of this first half. It's a wonderful game. Good counter-attacking rugby by South Korea. Playing as a team, manipulating space.
It's Jamie Gavin kicks it deep onto South Korea. Take it in, 22. Nice touch finder there by Korea.
He was very, very aware of that 22-meter line.
David Gurn to feed this line-out for the UAE. Line-outs have been working very well for the UAE this evening.
5-man line-out.
Gurn, can he find his jumpers? They've been using Mills a lot this evening. And once again, it's Mills at number 2, taking that one quite cleanly now. Simple. Out to Cardwell. Around to Gavin. The long ball out to Apele. Apele, can he break the line? Some great runs there by Apele this evening. Simple once again. It seems like South Korea have been offside. The referee says no play on. And a penalty. I thought it was offside. Just a little bit keen on the defense there is South Korea. And it will be a penalty for the UAE.
Gave it a few seconds whether there would be any advantage or not. Then blew it for the penalty.
Jamie Gavin now for the far side touchline. Puts that one quite comfortably into the touch.
I keep looking at the fluttering flags on the sideline. Changing direction again. Now and then you have a stronger gust of wind.
Line out for the UAE, good attacking line out now. They'll look to score here before half-time. 39 minutes on the board. It is South Korea 27, the UAE 13, and ultimately they'll be looking to get something here before half-time. Gurn now to feed this line out. They've called the full line out. It is Gurn. Throwing to the back there. It is Skew.
Yeah.
Looking to find Buedas at the back, and ultimately David Gurn putting that one in Skew. And will South Korea go for the scrum or the line-out? I imagine the scrum. They've been very steady. Yes, they have called the scrum this evening as they look to make their way out of their own 22. A crucial mistake there by the UAE just before halftime. They'd be looking to score some points, but ultimately just not doing the fundamentals correct, Manu.
Yeah, got to give a bit of allowance to that crosswind. My heart is with the two hookers from both sides. Sometimes you got to give it that bit of an allowance, throw to the other end, and may the breeze do its work. Jumpers are being pinpoint. It's just that the accuracy.
Fed there by South Korea. Scrum turning, scrum under big pressure there. Fantastic scrum by the UAE, but the Koreans get it out. Nice inside step now. Big defense needed. Matt Mills on that one. South Korea very, very patient now. Played out to Ko. Big run up. Really playing the game at great tempo. UAE will have to get the defensive lines.
Yeah, you
fantastic hit there. Absolutely fantastic. And it is a scrum to the UAE. Lovely defense there. Matt Mills was first in there. My word, he's been a stalwart this evening. Is Matt Mills, the Exiles captain. And they've called halftime at the 7 Stadium here in Dubai. A fantastic first half of rugby. It is South Korea 27. It is the UAE 13.
Yeah, it's all about conserving energy, and when you can strike, you do so. Mills have led in front, has led his man in front, and so exemplary. He's got good backup by his loose forwards, the tight 5-2. But hey, when you look at the scrum, you can judge a good scrum by the, a tabletop flat. And someone once said that if you can have a cup of tea on the back of the locks and it's so balanced, you've got a dynamic scrum.
There you've heard it from the man himself. Please join us for the second half here at the 7 Stadium. It is half time in the Asian Men's Championship fixture between the UAE and South Korea. It is South Korea leading UAE 27 points to 13.
Asian rugby at its very best. Very entertaining. Both teams have given it all. Who has that extra energy in the second half will certainly call the shots. But what a lovely evening. Great crowd. Wonderful officialdom. It's what rugby should be. And again, a wonderful advertisement for Asian rugby. Asian Championships here at Dubai Ground 1. Come December, This ground will be hosting about 40,000 plus on each day. The tournament has really grown, but tonight it's all about Asian rugby. Yeah, we're having a replay of the earlier first half action. Nifty, very nifty footwork, eh?
Yeah, Mani, as you were saying, of course, this was the big break of the UAE Cardwell. He then got caught short, and ultimately the UAE were just wanted for sixes and sevens as South Korea kicked that ball through. Semple, to me, has been very, very impressive this evening. A very educated right boot. He really has been running the troops very, very well. And UAE's lineouts, one or two skew throws, which should have cost them early, but ultimately, to me, a very evenly balanced match so far in this first 40 minutes. But you see that number 13 center there from South Korea. A lot of pace. You cannot give him any space. And as I said, fantastic first half of rugby.
Yeah, you know, from the broadcasting booth, I can see a wonderful ball boys below. Someone giving the 2 towels there, rubbing that ball. It's sweaty, slippery in these humid conditions. But wow, what a game of rugby so far. First half, tight play, oomph, running rugby too. It's wonderful ground repair by the ground staff. Good to see them looking at the turf again. The cameras did pan out earlier to the lights beyond ground 1. What a wonderful facility. Opened in 2008. Very proud in their club colors. A bit of a break from the commentary box.
The UAE making their way back on to the pitch for the second half of this Asian Men's Championship. Fantastic first half of rugby that we experienced here at Dubai Sevens. South Korea leading the UAE 27 points to 13. Of course, this is the second round of the Asian Men's Championship. Last week, we saw South Korea see off Malaysia, and the UAE played Hong Kong, China in Hong Kong. As mentioned a bit earlier, it's firm underfoot this evening in Dubai. Very, very hot temperatures, 35 degrees, and humidity's at about 55%. So far in the first half, it has been the UAE scrum of Andrew Semple that has been absolutely outstanding from the UAE perspective. And on the South Korea side, you have to compliment their captain, Young Lee, the number 12 center. A lot happening through him during the course of the match. South Korea, when they put their backs into play, they have been very, very dangerous. We look forward to, once again, a fantastic second half here. It is South Korea that will be playing into the wind against the host, the UAE. And, of course, it is number 23, Sung Jung Ko, to get us started. Referee checks that everybody is in order. Speaking to Lee, the captain, he's given his hand signal there. Whistle blown. Second half is underway. It's a short kick in there. It is Matt Mills that has gone for that, but he's lost that ball in the air. It is gathered by South Korea now. They'll be looking for a quick start now. Ko onto the number 8. Hard running there. Great tackle there by Pele. Once again, South Korea steady the ship now. It's Ko outside. They're bringing the big prop forward there. He takes it up, prop forward against prop forward. Once again now, South Korea moving the ball through the hands. Great defense there by the UAE. It is South Korea bringing it to the open side now. Lovely hands there by the tight head prop. And it seems like they got the overlap again. They're into speed now. Yes, pace. He's running hard. Great tackle there by Apili, the number 6 flanker. It's South Korea playing with a lot of patience now. They're really increasing the intensity here in the first minute of the second half. Kona plays it to Choi. Big run there by the hooker, Choi. Once again, the ball coming out there. It is the lock forward carrying it up now. South Korea putting the phases together here in the second half.
Phase after phase, you know, in both sides of the tackle ball area, they've spun that out very well, as if they pinpoint the bridges in the defense to budge through. But UAE have held on very, very well. Yeah, we got a dynamic thrust right in front of the post. Ball taken, a quick pass will set out the winger. Very interesting, very interesting.
It's Connor Kennedy there now, the fullback, taking it up just inside the half now. UAE looking to bring this one quickly. It's a Pele now. We know which way he's going to go. It's straight forward. He draws in 3 defenders, and it's a penalty for the UAE there. A lovely rescue job there by the UAE. They spun that out wide there, taken up by Connor Kennedy. I thought he was away on the outside, just got caught, and they brought back the ball very, very quickly. A fantastic start. You see that once again. It is Connor Kennedy. It was a long pass. Ipili taking it up. He will take it up all day long, won't he? Fantastic run there by him. And then that is where the penalty got given away. In fact, it wasn't Apile. It was number 18 that's just made his way onto the pitch. It is Munib Khalant. Of course, the sports coach at desk is Munib. And a great run there by the big forward. It's Jamie Gavin. Lovely touch finder there. He's got the wind at his back now, and I'm sure he'll be using his boot a lot more. Speaking about Munib, it will be him to feed this line out for the UAE. Where do they go this time? Matt Mills has been the talisman in the line-outs this evening. They've gone at the back there. It's the 19-year-old Marcus Gurin, that takes it in. UAE need to get players around the ball there. It's Semple directing traffic. He's been patient now. Rian Barnard will take that up. The big prop forward. Strong running there by him. He needs support. He gets it. Semple now. Cardwell. Lovely run there by Cardwell. Halfway through the gap. It's Semple now. UAE with momentum. Gavin. Short ball in there to number 13, George Hepperson. Nice strong running. Once again taken in there by Peter Killian. Peter Killian steadying the ship. He was hoping to make a few more meters now. Semple. Gavin. The long ball out here to Tobias Oakley. Oh, unfortunately knocked there by the winger. Right idea. Right idea. There was space on the outside, and ultimately fly off Jamie Gavin really coming into the game in the first few minutes here of the second half. Seeing the overlap on the outside there. You see that once again. It's Semple. Plays to Gavin. Takes the long drift pass outside to the number 11. It is Tobias O'Kelly, the Hurricanes winger, but unfortunately just knocks that on.
That was quite a long pass. As I've said before they came out for the second half, that ball is as slippery as an eel, and floating that into the breeze. You will note that UAE had the breeze in the first half. The wind direction has changed again.
You've heard that there. And it seems like we've got an injury there to, is it Captain Matt Mills? You don't want to lose him. He's been instrumental in this game so far. Absolute fantastic work rate is the man from the Exiles Rugby Club here. Of course, represented the UAE at Sevens Rugby 2. He's one of the senior players here in the squad and really leads by example. He's a PE teacher, of course, here in the UAE. And he's been part of the rugby setup for many, many years, is Matt Mills.
Munib Gallant, very much an Eperi look-alike. But the few minutes he's had in the second half, what a carry.
Yeah, Munib brings a lot of extra bulk into this front row. You just mentioned that, Manu, quite new here to the UAE, but has definitely made his presence felt, is Munib Gallant. Apparently a great dancer. Got some silky moves on the dance floor. Let's see if he can show those silky moves on the rugby pitch. And the first few minutes that he has been on, he's definitely has been showing it.
I tell you what, those 6-footers plus giant props. They can be nimble on the dance floor. You will note the South Korean scrum. Wonderful play by the number 8. He will move into the normal number 8 position and then make a way between lock and flanker. There he goes again. There he goes again. Big sighted. Being sighted.
You can see the excitement there by Jean Botus. And it is Rian Barnard that really put it to Taiwan King there. Fantastic scrum there by the UAE. And it seems like Jamie Gavin will be going for the touchline. Setting up an attacking line out now. Lovely kick there. Lovely attacking line out for the UAE. And big discussions happening there. Of course, the number 5 lock, Marcus Gurin, the Tigers number 5. He's a 19-year-old protege here from the UAE. Basically been taken out of school by Duran Khaber. He noticed this lad's potential, and there's big things expected from him. And so far, he's been having an outstanding game. It is now Munib Khalant. Can he find his lock forwards? Where does he go in this line-out? It's once again Mills. My word. He's been jumping so well. It's a fantastic drive there by the UAE.
They're all in the van.
As they're putting on the pressure, breakaway there by the UAE now. It's Munib Khalant. He's over.
Munib Khalant.
What a fantastic try there by the hooker, the replacement hooker, Munib Khalant. We spoke about the bulk that he'll bring, and he's brought it there. Fantastic rolling ball there by the UAE. It was an attacking lineup that they set up. It's Mills in the lineup, and you just see the power there as they get all the boys behind it. They go rumbling on, and the breakaway there by Munib Khalant. You're never stopping him from there. You're not stopping him for all money. The powerhouse from the Exiles gets over for a much-needed 5-pointer for the UAE.
As the forwards won that line out and got into the van and, the thrust was forward, you will note a player try to get Mills on the floor, but that right leg went out, nimble, wonderful dancer too, stood up and allowed his maul to drive them forward. Again, Gallant did the extras, try time.
Yeah, Munib Khalant, a swimming coach at desk during the day, and I tell you what, he put all those skills to work there. Can Gavin add the extra 2 points?
It's very important at the restart.
Gavin, unfortunately, just pushing that one slightly wide. It is 46 minutes played. 6 minutes in the second half, of course. It is South Korea 27, the UAE 18. And ultimately, looking at the UAE forwards, well, what a fantastic effort there. I can tell you, coming on for the UAE, it is Matt Richards, number 27. And I tell you what a story. It is the 41-year-old speedo, a former British Taekwondo champion. And I'll tell you what, this man, for 41 years old, he's got gas in his tank. He slots in on the left wing. He's a 7 specialist. And ultimately, the kickoff goes straight to that new man, Mills. And kicks it out. I should rather say it's Matt Richards that has come on. My apologies. He's an absolute speedster and taking the ball in from the kicking. Once again, that educated boot from Gavin finds a lovely touch finder just on the 10-meter line.
You've got a good lineup coming up. Will they contest the throw? Entrusting 2, 4, 6 men in the line out. Variations. Oh, good steal again.
Cardwell now, what can he do? The inside center, bollocking run there. Great steal there by the UAE. Simple getting the troops organized. Playing out wide there, Jamie Gavin. There we go. Nice little touch finder. How does it bounce for the South Korean? Nice little bounce. Up it goes now. The winger goes to the air. Anybody from the UAE calling? Oh, my word, they let that one bounce. And ultimately offside. It's that 10-meter rule that you mentioned a bit earlier, Manu.
Yeah, it's one of those slight changes to the rules.
I tell you what, can we have a copy-paste repeat here? About 2 minutes ago, the UAE had a penalty in this exact same spot. It was Jamie Gavin that set up that attacking lineup, and he's looking to do the same once again. The Dragons fly off, as you say, with that educated right boot of his. And once again, he struck it absolutely beautiful. It's into the 22 of South Korea. The UAE really been using that wind, and ultimately now it's crucial that they once again find their line-out jumpers and get this drive going. You'd have to think they're going to go for the drive.
Yeah, Johan Kim and Janju Kim and Jae-hoon Yu, the number 6, 7, and 8 for Korea, South Korea, are doing some extra time work, trying to hold on to the trust from the UAE
Galant
forwards.
goes deep now, take it at the back there by Portis. It's a big run there by Edel. Oh, and unfortunately that's knocked forward there.
Where have you been?
Oh, unfortunately, he's been absolutely fantastic the whole day. Is Ipele Davitawula, the man from the Tigers, but unfortunately knocking that one on. Fantastic line out by the UAE. Galant finding the back jumper. It was Burtis. They try to play that wrap around and unfortunately just knocking it on. A big scrum now needed from the UAE.
Sometimes you've got to make headway right into the center of the field so you can have, options in attack. Ipele tried to do that. Slippery ball, just in contact, slipped out.
I feel like I've not seen you for so
There, you've heard it now. A big call now on Peter Killian, Munip Galant, and Rian Barnard. As I mentioned, Galant will add a bit of weight to this pack now. It is the number 9, Kang, to feed the ball for South Korea. There you can see the power of the UAE coming through. It's South Korea under a lot of pressure.
Yes! Try coming up!
It's
What a try!
It's Jamie Gavin getting in there. Oh my word, it started with the forwards. That power of that front row, I spoke about it earlier. And my word, Munip Galant, he has really added there. The charge down came in and Jamie Gavin was a cool counter. He stayed so calm under pressure there and ultimately dotting it down for 5 points.
I was just about to say, we no longer see those tight heads, and that scrum proved us wrong. It's a wonderful, wonderful, straight, low driving scrum, and yeah, he was not aware that the flanker was raging down on him.
You see that Peter Killian there. Once again, the pressure comes on. It's Code trying to clear that ball, and of course, the big charge down comes in there from McKee. It's the number 8, and it's Jamie Gavin. Oh, cool, calm, and collective is the Dragons man as he puts that down for 5 points. Fantastic, fantastic scrum there by Peter Killian, the big prop forward for the UAE.
Never panicked, looked down, very focused, touchdown.
Jamie Gavin, a much better strike there. Unfortunately, just pulling that one to the left hand upright. He won't be happy with that. A man that sets high standards for himself when it comes to kicking. But ultimately, the UAE are back in this game now. 51 minutes played in this match. It is South Korea 27, the UAE 23. And I tell you what, they've scored 2 quick tries in succession.
2 quick tries, more to come on. Of course, South Korea will never lay down. They'll keep playing, keep in defense, keep taking that ball up.
Jurgen Hu making his way onto the pitch now. It's kicked down low. Bit of a tough bounce there. It's the fly of Jamie Gavin. Oh my word, that's a siege gun effort. That's a fantastic kick by the fly off. Using the wind at his back. About 55 meters, he's punted that downfield and he's back into the half of South Korea. And that is what the UAE need, a little spring in their step.
Yeah, you got to play in the right places. A team like South Korea, you got to really play in the right places because they will be in the game the whole 80 minutes.
Choi now to feed this line out, goes, oh, once again, tapped over by Brutus. It's simple now. Cardwell, the big inside centre, moving it out there to George Epperson. He takes it, simple once again, playing deep there, and you see that boot once again coming in using the wind. Where does this one bounce? He's not comfortable under it. It's hooved upfield. He won't find touch there now. More than enough time for Andrew Simple. What is he looking for now? He kicks it once into the corner. That's a very nifty little kick. And look at Matt Richards, the speedster following up on that one. A pressure kick there from the South Koreans. And a fantastic net gain there for the UAE. Once again, an attacking lineout for the UAE.
Yeah, we've nicked a few lineouts. We've nicked a few lineouts there. I like the way the game is spread to and fro and from side to side.
Yeah, it will be Munip Galant. He's really made an impact since he's come onto the pitch. He'll be feeding this lineout, and this is one aspect of the UAE play that has really been working very, very well today, is the lineout. Matt Mills, he's calling the directions there. Where will this one go now? Galant to feed it. Once again, he's gone to Mills. My word, Mills has been taking a lot of ball. He's been absolutely superb. They put that drive on once again.
Still driving.
Momentum there by the UAE now. They need to keep on their feet. It's gone down to ground now, hasn't been pulled down. South Korea have got that one. The counter-attack comes through now. Connor Kennedy has got time, but it's Sienna. This man's got speed. They call him the Maverick. Let's see what the Maverick can create. He's taken it up right in the middle of the pitch now. Simple, there's space on the outside now. Matt Richards, he's got speed too. Steps inside now, keeps the ball alive. Fantastic footwork there by Matt Richards. It's Liam Cardwell, inside center, nice running there. Fantastic run now, Andrew Simple, playing it out wide, Joan Buertas. This big hitting, number 8 takes it up. Once again, Ed Wells, the wrecking ball.
Gallant was in support, then to Epeli, and yes, the wrecking ball did it again.
Playing out wide, Chris Ruck over, the kick ahead there. Oh, and unfortunately, that's his first mistake of this evening, is Andrew Semple. To me, he's been having an absolutely superb game, and unfortunately, going to the boot on that one, and just kicking it directly into touch. And I'll tell you what, there's bodies all over the field. It looks like Liam Campbell, the number 12 centre from the UAE, receiving attention. There's another UAE player limping, just trying to get his number. I think it could be Chris McKee, the number 19 that's slotted in at number 8. Of course, he was responsible for that third try of the UAE, where he charged down the fly-off. But it looks like South Korea that are making a few changes. You see that once again in slow motion. You see that that tackle. He's placed the ball. It is Simple that picks it up, and you can just see the disappointment on the young man's face. Just not happy with that.
South Korea is using their bench, Jim Lim Shin, number 16, on the field now.
And it is the number 1 that has come off, Tai Woo Kim. It's the line out for South Korea now. They've taken that one not very cleanly. They moved their back line. This is when they've been dangerous now, with these two center pairings of Lee
Gallant again.
Lee and Moon have created a lot of havoc for the UAE this afternoon. They regroup very quickly. Once again, that play around there, Ko the fly-off, plays it out wide, and here's the overlap. Here's the trouble. Buertas needs to make ground. He doesn't have enough pace now. It's Moon. Moon with a run, plays it inside. Matt Richards, lovely cross defense there by the winger. They saved the situation, but the UAE need numbers now. If Korea get this ball out quick, there's going to be danger. It's Moon playing outside. Lee. It's overlap, and ultimately he'll counter, and it will be an easy try for South Korea. It will be Shaldil Kim, the number 22, and that's exactly what South Korea can do. They move the ball so quickly, so swiftly. They create that overlap, and once again, it's that interplay with Lee and Ko that creates that space on the outside. And as you say, just too many men, and an easy canter in there for Chandel Kim.
That was a long-range try. Good skills by the number 8, very nifty. That pass to his number 14 right winger, and the last delivery.
Yeah, you mentioned this number 8, Yu Horn Yu. Reminds me a bit of a Zinzan Brook, the way he interlinks with the backs and forwards, and exceptional ball skills does that young man have. And as I said, he always seems to be integral in these setups of these moves. What I can tell you is that number 20, Ji-wook Wang, has come on to the pitch for South Korea.
Still played at high tempo. The fitness levels amazing, amazing. I mean,
number 19 makes his way onto the pitch too. It is Singun Kim for South Korea. And can Sung Yang Ko add the extra 2 points?
Thank you. There's a bit of a review there. There's a consultation at the right-hand corner.
Yeah, Manny, you just mentioned that they haven't awarded the try. I think it's the referee that wants to see. Let's just have a look and see what the referee has decided. He has awarded the try. I think they were worried about a forward pass there, but ultimately the try has been awarded. The referee did ask for the third match official to have a look at that, and he did have a look at that, and ultimately the try has been awarded to South Korea's number 22, Chandai Kim. And now, of course, it is number 23 who's been playing in the fly-off position to see if he can convert it. Lovely strike there. Pulls it to the left-hand side of the upright, and it is South Korea that lead the UAE 32 points to 23 here at the 7 stadiums in Dubai. The UAE playing with the wind at their backs, and the first 10 minutes of this half, it has all been UAE. The pack of forwards really dominant, but it's from loose play where the South Koreans are so dangerous, and they showed that once again with that try that they've just scored.
The confidence to chance the hand, the confidence to, you know, take it up, and again back to that number 8, very nifty, Jae Hoon Yu, who set up his 2 outside backs. But Sagate, do we have a substitute here?
Yeah, it was a blood bin, and ultimately he's come back, which is the number 9, Mushun Kang. Referees are just checking if he can go back onto the field, if it actually was a blood bin. They're just waiting for confirmation before they allow him back onto the pitch. And ultimately, they don't seem to be receiving the confirmation.
A game played in great spirit, very high tempo, very skilled, and the physicality, oomph.
Yeah, you mentioned that there's been a lot of physicality this afternoon, and it has really showed. And it doesn't seem like he's going to be allowed back onto the pitch. So ultimately, he will stay off the pitch this evening, is the number 9 for South Korea, Minjun Kang. And it is now the man in the number 10 jersey that makes his way onto the pitch. It's Hyejun Kim that comes on in the number 10 jersey. It looks like we're all ready to start. There's 55 minutes played in this match here at the 7 Stadium in Dubai this evening. As I mentioned, hot conditions for these players. It's Jamie Gavin that will restart things for the home side. All the match officials seem to be happy. It is Gavin that restarts. He's kicked that one quite short. It's Matt Richards under that one. It's knocked on by South Korea and gathered by the UAE now. Semple passes it wide now. Guerin, Kennedy, lovely little step there by Connor Kennedy. Sets it up for the UAE. They need to be patient now. Ipele, the big number 6, the wrecking ball as they call him. He's made some meters once again. Of course he has. Munib Geland now. Lovely little skill there by Geland. Hands, Codwell. Codwell dumbing. Codwell going. Can he get through? Great run there by Liam Codwell. Simple on the outside now. It's Puertas. Puertas now. Lovely play there by the UAE now. Looking to move this one on. It's Peter Killian once again. Keeping the ball alive. Ball slowed down. Ipele, the wrecking ball. Off he goes. Lovely feet by the man. UAE patient in this build-up. Here they go, Jamie Gavin, Liam Cardwell once again stepping in there. He's carried nicely this afternoon, is Liam. In he goes, Rian Barnard, what can he create? 3 men to stop the big prop forward. Once again, they play out left now. Liam Cardwell.
Always eyeing that gap, committing 2 defenders at any time.
Peter Killian needs to move forward now, he needs support. Once again, Simple. Jamie Gavin. He's gone for the cross kick. This might work nicely now. He needs somebody to chase it. Is there anybody behind it? He finds touch there. The educated boot of Jamie Gavin, meaning those extra meters for the UAE. And once again, we've got a player down there for the UAE. This seems to be worrying. Of course, they've lost Justin Welsh earlier this week to a knee injury. And I tell you what, the UAE can no longer afford any more injuries.
If that's a front rower, we got to really relook at rejigging the scrum.
And it seems like Liam Cardwell also on the side of the pitch, nursing a bit of injury. And yeah, he's going to be replaced. The man that, of course, plies his trade at Emirates Airline, Liam Cardwell, comes off the pitch. And he is replaced by number 22. It is Carl Thomas.
Is it another of our youngsters?
You know, Carl Thomas is an Exiles legend, of course. Plays on the wing, can play at scrum off too. Very versatile. Works in agricultural construction here in Dubai is Carl Thomas. And he's been an absolute stalwart for the Exiles rugby club over the years. Cardwell's had a very, very good game at first centre this evening. He's really, really carried it up well. Some lovely feet by the man, Liam Cardwell. Of course, applies his trade for the Tigers here in the UAE, was the inside centre this evening.
The UAE have nicked a few lineouts. Will it be another one? This will be a very interesting call. If Mills and company can nick this line out, go into another drive.
Yeah,
Okay.
you mentioned that. Mills has really been inspirational in his lineouts this evening. He's been nicking quite a few and seems to have it over the South Koreans when it comes to line calls. But he has a bigger concern for the UAE. It seems that replacement Chris McKee is coming off. And is it a concussion test? It seems like he's going for. He's touching his head. It seems like he's got a knock on the head there. So I tell you what, they are bringing on a lot of replacements now. It is number 31 that makes his way on to the pitch. It is Johnny Harris, the financial management consultant from the Dragons, that makes his way onto the pitch. Of course, he's also helping with the mini youth program down at Dragons, representing the Dragons, Jebel Ali Dragons, here in the UAE League. But it is Munib now to feed this line. Had a lot of changes in this UAE team.
HA assessment.
South Korea to feed the line out now. They've gone short. They've won that one quite comfortably now. It's Ko all the time in the wall to clear the lines, and he's done so.
Yeah, the safety at number 2. Most teams revert to that.
So it seems the back three of the UAE are now Matt Richards, this 41-year-old veteran. But I tell you what, he's still got a lot of gas in his tank. Former Taekwondo youth champion. He's playing on the one wing. We got Carl Thomas on the other wing, and then Connor Kennedy is still in the fullback position. And then Sia Nasoa seems to have moved to outside center, the Maverick, as they call him in these parts of the world. It is now Munib Khalant for the UAE to feed this line out. What can they do? They've gone to the back. It's the 19-year-old Gurin that has taken that ball in now. It's a lovely drive there by the UAE. The pack of forwards getting behind it. They're controlling that ball absolutely beautifully.
Still in control. Still in control.
Peter Killian directing traffic at the back there. They have to keep this moving forward now, and they do. It's Matt Mills in the middle of that one. My word, he's led by inspiration today. They're trying to feed that ball to the back there. Simple trying to control it now. UAE need to make sure they've taken it to ground now. Simple.
Advantage
Jamie Gavin plays the long ball out to Kennedy. But unfortunately, that is a forward pass. But it's a penalty to the UAE. It'll be interesting to see what they do here. I personally would be in favour of going for the posts. This should literally be a pop over for Gavin.
Is that a Pelly on the ground? Running repairs again.
Ipala Davatewuli, he is on the ground. And it seems like Matt Mills has signaled that he will go to posts. For Olivier out there, conditions are very, very tough in Dubai this evening. I've mentioned it before. It's a hot, hot evening here in Dubai, and the humidity is up. I tell you, it's really taking the toll on all these rugby players this evening. And
bone-crushing tackles. The physicality, real oomph here.
It is Jamie Gavin now looking to add the extra 3 points for the UAE. Lovely strike there by Gavin. Over she goes. A nice comfortable kick there for the Dragons, a fly half. Taking the score up to 26 points for the UAE. South Korea still lead this fixture 32 points to 26. But the UAE are right back in it. And they are running the changes. It's number 17 coming on to the pitch for the UAE. It is Lucas Waddington. Of course, a man that grew up here in the United Arab Emirates, hails from the Dubai English-speaking college. I tell you what, Lewis Waddington, he's a fan salesman during the day, and he'll be making some serious money tonight, because I tell you what, we all need a fan here in these conditions at the Sevens Stadium in Dubai.
That's the end of the third quarter. Drinks break again. It'll be very interesting because UAE are still within touching distance. South Korea now and then opens a little gap and closes the net. Their defensive strategy is working to this point. Sometimes inside centers are kind of given a little bit of a gap to run into, then the loose forward closes that. I've seen it about 3 times so far. If you keep running into that, that gap will close. So the trick is get it out to the outside man, and they have speed to burn. Both sets of backliners.
Yeah, you mentioned speed to burn. Matt Richards, that's just taken on to the field for the UAE. He's quite a speedster, a veteran of rugby, yeah, but an absolute 7 specialist, and I'd like to see him get the ball in a bit of space. Of course, teaches at Jumeirah College here in Dubai. And as you say, we're looking to start this last quarter of this Asian Men's Championship here in Dubai. 20 minutes left to play. It is South Korea leading the UAE 32 points to 26. Ko gets us started. He's hung that one high. It's John Botus. Lovely take there by the big man. Of course, moved into the lock position. Started at number 8, but playing at lock now. Simple steadying the ship. Simple to pick up. He's gone for the big bomb himself. It's chased here by Sia on the side. Oh, big knock on there. Can they get the ball through? A big mistake there by Ko. South Korea have not been comfortable under the high ball this afternoon, Manu.
Good pressure. Good pressure.
Yeah, it's a lovely chase there by the UAE's Sakusa Nasso. Of course, he started on the wing. He's now slotting in an outside center. The man with the quick feet and really put a lot of pressure on Ko there. And ultimately, Ko forcing that error, which has led to the UAE scrum. We'll see the Waddington now has gone in on the loose head side. Luke Waddington, big man, applies his trade here at the Exiles in Dubai. And Simple to feed the scrum.
Who scores next will set the agenda. Very, very, very tense moment now.
Bit of an early push there by South Korea. And it is Huyung Kim that has come into the front row now. He'll obviously look to stamp his authority early on. So far, the scrums have been very, very even. Jean Boertus now back at number 8 for the UAE. You can see he's challenging the troops. Waddington now on the loose head side, 9 Simple. That's a penalty there for the UAE. And ultimately, this is where the UAE has scored their first try in the second half from. It will be Jamie Gavin once again looking to set up the attacking lineup. And the Simon Niepgeland, he's calling for calm in the team. He's calling for calm. Very composed hooker is this man.
Yeah, there's still time on the clock.
Jamie Gavin once again. That's a lovely kick by the fly-off. A great touch finder. And this is a attacking line out for the UAE. Khalant will have to find his jumpers now. And Manu, I'll tell you what, I'll put my life on it. They're going to go with the driving maul. It really has worked so well for them this afternoon.
He's been an impact since he ran on in the second half. Featured very strongly in 2 tries. Pinpoint throwing so far.
Yeah, it is Khalant now. Let's see where he goes. He's got Johnny Harris in that line out too. Quite a tall man is Johnny Harris. Jean Boertus seems to be making the call. Matt Mills, who's been taking most of the line-out ball this afternoon for the UAE. It is Mills once again. Of course, it's Mills. They've set it up now. They need to give. There it is. It's put down. It's Khalant going for the try line now. The referee's having a look at it. He's called timeout. The big question is, did he get over?
Absolutely.
He's got his hand up in there. He's celebrating.
Is that Gallant again? Or is it Ipeli?
Has Khalant done the double this evening? And the referees awarded the try to the UAE. The crowd erupt over here at the 7th Stadium in Dubai. And as I said, we call it is Ipeli, the big number 6, the wrecking ball. Oh, my word. What a run. He reaches out. He gets it over. Oh, my word. Ipeli Dawitola, the Tigers flanker. And as you say, he's been physical the whole afternoon. He really deserves that try. Fantastic setup line out by the UAE. And it's Ipeli just showing his strength and power and determination to get to the line.
You allowed that in one motion, and he did reach out. He did reach out.
Fantastic attacking line out there. The ball taken in by Matt Mills. And then, as you say, the power of the pack coming. And it is Ipeli Debatiwulu getting over there for the try for the UAE. And I tell you what, the UAE are right back in this game. Can Gavin add the extra 2 points? Jamie Gavin as he strikes at one. It looks like it's on its way. Over she goes! And the UAE lead this fixture by 1 point. What a fantastic second half the UAE have come with. And I'll tell you what, their forward pack has set the tone. UAE 33, South Korea 32, 64 minutes played in this match.
An agenda has been set. I did say earlier, who scores first sets that final agenda.
It's Ko, he's kicked it up high. It's Buertas under it, finally taken there by Johan Buertas. He'll have to set this up now. Semple will be patient. Does he go with the bomb?
As he went into the air, very much AFL style.
Using the wind, was probably not getting that one as deep as what he liked. Ko underneath it, he's knocked it backward, it's been knocked forward. What does the UAE call it? It is UAE scrum. One worrying factor for the South Koreans this evening has been their play under the high ball. They've struggled to secure a lot of high ball and ultimately the UAE taking full advantage of it. Andrew Semple kicking the Gary Owen, not going quite as deep as what he would have liked. But ultimately they have won the scrum and it seems that Johan Buertas is down there once again receiving attention. He's the man that caught that ball from the kick-in, made the run.
I like the respect shown to the referee. A bit of a banter, a smile from the man in green, respect all round. And that's from both teams. Again, a game played in very good spirit, high-tempered, tries galore. Wonderful advertisement for Asian Championship Rugby.
Yeah, we've got about 15 minutes left in this fixture. Of course, at the 7th Stadium here in Dubai this evening, the home of rugby here in the United Arab Emirates. And as Manu mentioned a little bit earlier, a few months down the line, they'll be hosting the HSBC Emirates Sevens here at this ground. And you can expect rugby fanfare for 3 days here in the UAE. But tonight, of course, it's all about the Asian Rugby Championship, the ARC Men's Championship between the host nation, the UAE, and of course South Korea. It is UAE leading South Korea 33 points to 32. It is a tight fought battle. Andrew Semple to feed the scrum for the UAE.
The loose forward triumvirate for UAE, 6, 7 and 8. They've all played at one time together for Exiles, so they know the running lines, they know the support play.
Referee not happy with that setup. And ultimately, we have seen Tuwong Seo come in at tight head. He is a monster of a man. He's taking on Luke Waddington on the far side of the scrum. Waddington will want to assert his authority early on, is the loose head prop. But referee asking for a steady scrum. Simple to feed. UAE nice and steady. Waddington really anchoring the scrum on this side. UAE getting a bit of momentum on that scrum now. Simple out. It is Jamie Gavin. Cross kick now. A lot of work to do here for South Korea. They've let that one bounce. Let's see if it stays in. He's carried it over. He's brought it back out now and he kicks for the touchline. And that's a great net gain there by Jamie Gavin. Very educated right boot from the Dragons fly off. And he's really put the UAE once again in a fantastic attacking position.
To win, you got to play in the right places. UAE have certainly secured that for the time being. You got to play within the opposition strike zone.
Will we see the Galant Matt Mills combination in this line? And it's worked so well the whole afternoon. And I'll tell you what, the UAE, they will do a drive. That's really, really worked very, very well for them now. But of course, you got to do your job first. You got to secure this line out. We'll have to get an accurate throw in from Munib Galant. He really has produced the goods since he's been on this afternoon. Is the school teacher.
That backline formation says they'll run it. But look at the South Korean defense.
It's gone to the 19-year-old Marcus Gurn. Once again, that drive comes in from the UAE. Matt Mills joining the ruck now. This is where the UAE have been strong all afternoon. They need to stay on their feet. They need to control this. And they need to be patient. They go marching on towards the line as the crowd gets behind them. Simple directing the traffic. He's calling for the ball. He's calling for defenders. That ball has gone out to ground. He brings it out now. It's Gavin. Gavin goes to the back line. It's Sisi, the Maverick. He needs to hold on that. He gets support. South Korea lying on the wrong side. This might be a penalty for the UAE. Indeed it is. Advantage to the UAE now. Simple looking for runners. He slots into the pocket, the drop goal, the attempt. It's over! It's over! Jamie Gavin in the pocket, cool, calm, and collective. 3-point she's over she goes. UAE 36, South Korea 32.
You don't see those droppies much today, but what a skill and what calmness. He kind of took his time, head down, didn't look up at the post, boom.
You called it, boom, it went. What confidence there. As you say, we know he's got a great right boot, so calm and collective, slots into the pocket, gave Simple the call. And as you say, it was really not his best strike of the evening, but it doesn't matter how they go over, as long as they go over. There's about 12 minutes to play in this fixture. It is the home side, the United Arab Emirates, leading South Korea 36 points to 32.
To make that call at this time in the play with the scoreboard, 1 point ahead, wow.
Yeah, and very, very important, nice to keep that scoreboard ticking, and that's exactly what Gavin has done for the UAE. A lot of tired players on the field. Conditions have been very, very tough here this evening. And ultimately, a lot of running repairs, should I say. It's George Hepperson, the outside centre, that is receiving a bit of attention there. But they're ready to restart there. It is Ko for South Korea to restart this match.
I like the anticipation. The way they've set up the pods, the receiving end. Will he drop that into one of the forwards jumping up? Nice hole.
Nassau, nicely collected there. UAE need to be steady now, no mistakes. Once again, a penalty there. It seems like the captain, Lee, has not released. It's very important to release the tackled player, and he doesn't seem to have released. And Sean Potus, I tell you what, my heart was in my throat there. I thought he was going to go for a quick tap. A long way to run for the big man, but ultimately he's done the smart thing. It is Simple now that's taking this penalty. And once again, a fantastic touch finder. Surely that ball went out. Yes. Somebody agrees with me. The referee has agreed with me. And a fantastic touch finder there by Andrew Simple. I was slightly worried there for one moment.
It's a good rake of a kick. It's a good rake of a kick. Wonderful anticipation. He was up in the air, tried to get it in. The rule book says no, it's over the sideline.
Once again, Munib Khalant to feed this line out for the UAE. It's a call, it's tapped over their head, and that's the first line-out ball that the UAE has lost this afternoon, but they have regathered now. It's a bollocking run there by Marcus Gear on this 19-year-old. Taken up there once again by the UAE. It's Chris McKee that's running hard. Simple now, using the forwards. Johnny Harris.
Will we see another platform for a droppy?
Taking it up now, Epele, of course, he knows one way, unfortunately losing that one forward. It's advantage to South Korea. They've got to make the tackles now. Hammers it through, kicks it through. Can the UAE get control now? Nasusi, is he going to have the pace? Oh, my word. He's questioning the referee. He believes he's been obstructed. And the referee is asking the touch judge here for his opinion. Did Sia Noso obstruct and stop the South Korean player from scoring the try?
Saki used to pause when he saw that runner chasing after the bouncing ball.
The referee...
That saved a try.
The referee is saying carried over, so it will be attacking scrum for South Korea. This is a very good position for the South Korean team. This is really the first time they've been in such an attacking position the whole of the second half. A lot of tired players making their way to the scrum. The number 16, Jimin Shin, moving very, very slow. You see that in slow motion again.
Yeah.
He never seemed to panic. And yeah, it seems like he carried that ball over, which has caused the scrum for the South Koreans. You'll expect a big shove from this UAE front row now.
Reset. There's someone's on the ground. Is it a flanker or a front rower?
I think that's Jimin Shin that is on the ground there. He looks absolutely exhausted. There's a lot of players that are out on their feet here as they run the water onto the pitch.
Will Taewa Kim join the game again? Number 1. Lose it prop.
Looks like they might be bringing him on. A lot of players on the ground here. conditions have really taken out. Closing stages of this match, about 9 minutes left on the clock this evening, and as I said, it's been a hard-fought battle. Conditions have not been easy, and ultimately the referee has come to consult here. It seems like they're going to send him for a concussion test.
Yeah, wonderful management of player safety. That's the priority.
As you said, that's always a very important game of rugby, is to keep the players safe. And if there's any doubt, they need to go for the HIA test. He's holding his head still there. It is the number 16, Shimin Shin. He's not happy with proceedings, and I don't think he'll be going down in the scrum. They will have to bring a replacement front row on. I think the referee's calling for it. And there you mentioned Taiwan Kim is coming back onto the pitch. Of course, he started off the loose head prop. And the referee just signaling there that he will have to go for a test. He's not going to let him continue.
Yeah, I see that blue card. I see that safety blue card.
And as you mentioned, Manu, this is very important in rugby, that if there's any doubt, rather let the player get tested than let him continue.
Absolutely.
Handled very well there by the match officials this evening, and he's getting a big round of applause as he makes his way off the pitch, but there's still business to be done on the pitch.
Yeah.
And it's an attacking scrum for the South Korean team now.
A wonderful game to this point, so well managed.
UAE will be looking for a big shove now to try and keep them out. It's South Korea to feed the scrum. Referee's happy with proceedings now. Ball goes in. Big scrum comes in there from the UAE. As I mentioned, the ball gets out to South Korea now. They're playing it out wide. Can the UAE hold in defense? Fantastic midfield tackle there by George Epperson. South Korea quick to recycle this one. This is where they're good. This is where they play a quick game, quick hands. UAE will have to get on that one now. It's a loose ruck, and it's a penalty to the UAE. Fantastic defense there. And it is
Mills
Matt
again.
Mills. It's Matt Mills. It's a quick tap there by Apele. And I wonder if that's been the right decision. UAE playing quick out of their own half.
You got to secure that as a breakdown.
I'm not too sure if they're going to be happy with that decision. Simple now. He clears the lines. Oh, and ultimately, you've got to question the quick tap there. They had the penalty that would have secured them the line out. But ultimately, Andrew Semple now does clear the line. It was a great tackle there by George Epperson in midfield. And then Matt Mills, to me, he's been an absolute stalwart this evening, leading by example. He got that instrumental turnover for the UAE, was their captain, Matt Mills, and securing that penalty for them. South Korea now to feed this line out. UAE still not out of trouble. They've gone to the back, secured the ball. It's come out now.
Yeah.
They've played once again to Lee, the captain. This is where South Korea are very good. Oh, he's right through the gap there. They're going to have to defend him now. It's a big last-minute tackle there by the UAE.
Yeah, Sakayusa who engineered that
South
quick tap.
Korea. Oh, they've knocked it off the field there. Once again, great defense by the UAE. And ultimately, Manu, the UAE just need to get the ball and clear their lines.
You saw the determination in Sakayusa, who engineered that quick tap and gave the line out away. He was determined to bring that runner down. Had he been able to pass to his outside flank, whoa, scoreboard would have changed.
Yeah, great running there by the
Yeah.
South Koreans. And it's a very dangerous backline that they do have. It's Derman Carr that makes his way onto the field. Derman Carr, the Director of Business and Design at the Harriet Watt University. He plays Gaelic football, and of course his brother did represent Ireland, Fionn Carr. He now makes his way onto the field for the UAE.
Wonderful spirit, South Korea, so collected, so disciplined. But the UAE defense stood up to the test in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, he's replaced Connor Kennedy, the fullback, has been replaced there, as I just mentioned, by Demir's Carr. It's Andrew Semple now to feed this scrum. The UAE will be looking to clear their lines, get themselves out of trouble here. They've been under better pressure by South Korea. But the UAE scrum have been the better of the two. Once again, a pick up there. Semple onto the boot. He kicks for the far touchline. Ultimately, it's once again a great kick there by the UAE number 9.
Absolutely.
He's had the game of his life.
Absolutely.
Is Andrew Semple. He's really directed proceedings from the back of the scrum. He's taken a lot of responsibility on that right boot of his this evening and finding a great touch find, and that's ultimately what the UAE need to do. They need to clear their lines and once again get into the half of the South Koreans. It's a line out to South Korea. We've just got over 5 minutes to play in this international year in Dubai. Once again, they've gone to number 2. This is where they're dangerous now. Lee, he creates all the danger for them. It's a captain, but it's a big, big tackle there. And it's a high tackle. It's a penalty for the UAE. Just getting his timing wrong there. I think it was George Hipperson getting his timing wrong. George Hipperson representing the UAE at all age levels. He's a strong physical outside centre, but unfortunately just getting the timing wrong there.
Will they go for the corner?
Going for the attacking line at his co. It's a nice, nice effort there by the fly half from South Korea. Attacking line out for the South Koreans. As I mentioned, 4.5 minutes to play in this fixture. And they'll be looking to score points. They trail the UAE by 4 points.
You can feel the tension in the air. Counting down. Still there's precious minutes to make an impression, South Korea. UAE, did we
and
nick
they disrupt that line out. Seems the referee was not happy with the space in the line out. He has blown his whistle.
Reset. Another throw. Given the option.
Yeah, he's called. It's once again South Korea ball. He's calling for more of a gap in the line out. Easy Manu. They're having a few discussions there.
Yep.
Ball goes in once again. This time it's taken by the Koreans. They put the drive on. It's a lovely drive there by South Korea.
Advantage given.
Seems to be an infringement by the UAE. The South Koreans have brought this
lovely pop.
top.
Lovely pop.
Oh. And the penalty stands. A little chip over the top there.
You got to watch that quick tap. You got to really watch that quick tap.
I believe they will try and set up the line out once again. This is a very good position for South Korea. These last 8 minutes, they've really been in the half of the UAE, putting a lot of pressure on the home side. Once again, they've gone for the corner.
We're ticking down to the last 3 minutes.
And a big defensive effort needed by the home side now to keep them out. They lead this fixture by 4 points, but anything can change. South Korea will need a nice clean line. I believe they're going to get the heavy pack behind a drive here. Where do they go? They go to the middle. Up there, taken. Referee's happy with proceedings. They drive forward now. They're over the line there. Can they get the ball down is a question. They go for over the line. It's a big hit there by the UAE. Trying to keep them out. They really force it. It's a penalty to the UAE.
Nice one.
Oh my
Saki
word, that has been absolutely massive. I think it's a Pile that went for the ball. Not releasing is the call from the referee. And that, to me, must be the biggest turnover of the evening. You see the ball going in here once again. It's a clean line now, taken at the back there by South Korea. They put on the drive.
He must have been reminded no more quick taps.
Ipile getting in the middle of things there, and ultimately the UAE have cleared their lines. And I tell you what, he's not only scored a try, he has saved a clear try there. Is the big number 6 from the Tigers. It is Ipile Davetiuli. A lot of tired players on the pitch now as they make their way to this line-out. There's just over 2 minutes left to play as number 24. It's Andre Snetler that makes his way onto the field, and he's taking over from Jamie Gavin. Jamie Gavin's had a superb evening. This evening is the fly-off. Of course, he put over that crucial drop goal.
Standing ovation, clapped off the field.
And well-deserved. Snetler, of course, a scratch golfer. Hails from Abu Dhabi here in the UAE. Applies his trade at the Exiles Club in Dubai. Of course, they're based out of the 7th Stadium. But now it is Munib Khalant who needs to find his jumpers. Crucial lineup for the UAE. Where do they go? They're going at the back there. It's Bota's taking it in. It's Semple. He puts it up into the air. It's chased heavily there by Coral Thomas. He needs to make the tackle. Thomas, he's done the job. He's made the tackle. The UAE putting South Korea under a lot of pressure now. South Korea, they're dangerous now as they bring it out wide. They're moving it swiftly now. UAE need to cover ground now. They need a big tackle in here. And boom, it's Matt Richards. What a hit by Richards. Oh, Richards showing his experience there. The 41-year-old putting in some serious ammo. Matt Richards, what a hit there. The man's still down. And that is what's needed.
They counted, they really counted, very focused. They didn't go flying into the first run down, but more of did a shadow and the net took over. What a tackle. What a tackle.
Matt Richards won't mind me saying this, not normally known for his defense. He's more of a tack player, but my word, did he put in a hit there. He punched way above his body weight, causing that turnover. You see that once again there. The man in the red scrum cap, number 27, just showing the aggression, showing the commitment that, of course, is needed in test match rugby. It's Andrew Simple now. Him and John Burtis having a serious conversation. Yeah. They need to run the clock down now. 30 seconds now. Stettler, he's in the number 10 slot now.
Steady scrum. We need that platform.
As you mentioned, Manu, it all starts up front. It's Luke Waddington that will have to steady things now. Stettler's put feet in there. It's a nice steady scrum now.
Second sticking.
UAE really punishing that one. And that's the penalty that they needed. A fantastic scrum there by Rian Barnard. Luke Waddington. Hamonip Gelant. Look at him. Gelant is ecstatic.
That was team play. That was scrum play at its very best.
That is the power the UAE pack bring, and that is what's needed. It's done. It's all over. The UAE have beaten South Korea 36 points to 32. What a fantastic test match. Oh, my word. Look at the delight on their faces. The home team go marching on into the next round with a fantastic victory here at the 7th Stadium in Dubai this evening. UAE 36, South Korea 32.
Wonderful game of rugby. As I've said right from the very beginning, what a lovely display of running, tight rugby, all the excitement all put into an 80-minute game right here in this humidity. Wow. South Korea, I salute you for that defense, never say die attitude. UAE, I salute you for taking over the game again at a very crucial point. And I think the subs did very well. Golant coming in.
Yeah, you just mentioned it. I tell you what, the UAE making those subs at the right moments. Luke Waddington and Manip Gelant making massive strides in that front row. They brought the power where it was needed. To me, Matt Mills, what a captain's performance this evening. He was absolutely outstanding, dominating the lineouts, turnout play. It was just a great team effort by the UAE this evening here at the 7th Stadium in Dubai. The boys can be very proud of themselves. They flew in from Hong Kong last week, suffering a heavy defeat there. But as I say, a week is a long, long time in rugby. And tonight they were absolutely superb. Jacques Bernardi and the boys will be absolutely ecstatic. Apollo Pellerini that has done so much for UAE rugby. He'll be ecstatic. It's a great victory here at the 7th Stadium in Dubai this evening.
Great respect for South Korea. Look at the way they've taken it right to the end of the game, bowing in great respect. That's Asian rugby for you. And our UAE crowd, it means a lot. Means a lot to all those boys and girls on the sideline, coaching staff, and again, the whole UAE Rugby Federation means a lot. At the same time, you and I know it. We wish South Korea the very best in their next endeavor. It's been a great outing for them to come here to play in this hit. It's not the Monsoon Asia, but wow, they kept fighting right to the very end.
Manu, you mentioned it, a great team performance by both sides, but it was the UAE this evening that were the better of the two teams. They executed their game plan. They were absolutely outstanding. They showed guts through this entire match this evening, and a big congratulations to them. Thank you for joining us here at the 7th Stadium in Dubai this evening. Next weekend, of course, it will be the UAE taking on Malaysia.
It's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. Safe driving home to all our fans out there. And we wish the South Korean team and management a safe flight home. And also to the wonderful officials from Hong Kong, China, Rugby Union, and those from the Asian Rugby Federation. Well done. Great, great advertisement for rugby throughout the region. From the commentary box.
Good night, Manu.
Thank you.
Well done, mate. Cheers. Oh, mate, that was a great victory. let's hold.
Okay. Cheers. Okay. Hey, I'm so happy we teamed up, mate.
Yeah, well
Thank
done,
you for
mate.
that. Thank you for the prep.
got the winning captain, Matt Mills. Congratulations on your first game in the Asia Rugby Men's Championship.
Yeah, it means the world for us to be at home at the Sevens, a home crowd, families here, and to beat a very good team like Korea. It means the world to us. You can see on the faces of some of the boys at the end there, the emotions are high, and we came out here to prove a point today, and I think we've done that we deserve to be here, and we're going to stay.
Absolutely. So Korea had a great start to the game, so scoring points. What was the message from you to the players at that stage?
Just compose ourselves. We learned a lot last week against Hong Kong about one mistake can shift the momentum of the game and they can go and score. They're dangerous. We knew they had fast runners, so we closed them down. We composed ourselves. Next job, we move on and then keep the ball away from them. Don't give them free ball, and then it paid off for us. And our maul was strong, and we took it to them up front. I think that's where we won it today. And driving maul tries for us was really good. And yeah, we just used that weapon and we got away with it.
And talk me through that last defensive set. The last 5 minutes were what, four points difference, and they were attacking phase after phase.
Yeah, a bit hectic for us to get the penalty down on the our 5 metre line. Thought that we were going to relieve some pressure, and then a quick tap and got ourselves in trouble again, but managed to ride it out, get another penalty, clear the lines, and then we were just on top of them. I think our set piece saved us a bit, stealing some line outs off them. Yeah, and it was hairy that last 5 minutes, but came away with it, and like I said, means the world to us.
Matt, congratulations. 2 weeks now. You've got a break. 2 weeks, then you're home again for Malaysia. So good luck for that.
Thank you.
And enjoy the win.
Well, thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.
Okay, very start.